what's that one you have to get to using a tank?
Cheza
del Louf in Araba.
We broke our hire car.
Trying to get to it.
Hi guys, welcome back. Next episode in our off-piste podcast today, joined by the incredible senior sales team. We've got Marcus.
Hello.
We've got Tim.
Hello.
And we've got Karen.
Hello.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us today. I know it always feels weird sat in a room like this rather than being sat out on the sales floor, given we're normally only 10 feet apart, 15 feet apart, but somehow sat in a room like this, it feels like we never see each other normally. So this is a nice experience for us all. But I thought it'd just be really nice to get together, have a chat about what's going on this season, get your insights into changes that we've seen recently over the last couple of years, property developments and the changes we've got. Obviously, we've got a vast portfolio that covers a vast area of the Alps. Obviously, anything worth staying in, we've got on our books. But it was just really nice to get under the skin of some of the nuances of those things. I mean, at the moment, right, the Alps is absolutely rocking.
Oh, it's glorious. We've got the webcams up in the office. There's so much snow around. There's more coming. All the reports back from resort are that the conditions are excellent. There's never a better time to be skiing.
I don't think I've seen so many days of sunshine either.
Yeah.
For like every weather report for each week, there's just been so much sun in good snow as well.
I was going to say with snow still on the ground as well.
Exactly. So it's managed to stay cold. So I don't know what you guys, I've been particularly jealous this year because
absolutely,
if it's a week of whiteout, I'm like, oh, never mind. But like this week, it's sun. Last week, so it's just really nice conditions for those who prefer to enjoy a nice lunch on a terrace rather than ski all day. Or
even for those that want to ski all day too.
Yeah, well, true,
yeah.
But
And it's also been sunny for the February half-term week, but also New Year. So those two sort of really busy weeks, there's been even better conditions. So
yeah,
rosé weather, I guess.
Well, I was going to say, are there people who don't just have long lunches in the Alps?
I believe so. I don't know them, but
no.
Yeah, I think it does happen.
Ed, I think, is one of them.
Yeah. That probably is the truth of the matter, actually. Although, I think we have to admit that he does après better than most. So he just has a long evening.
Yeah,
instead.
Very true. So good après weather as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So obviously we're in the middle of the season. You guys have had a few trips away between you so far. Where have we been?
I've been very lucky. I went to Lek at the beginning of December, which I'd never skied before. I've been to St. Anton, but I'd never actually made it over to Lek, which was just amazing. Just such a lovely town, and the skiing was really nice. It was quite early in December, so we were lucky to have really good snow, and some of our favourite chalets are in Lek.
That was actually the first weekend of snow they had, wasn't it?
They
just had a massive storm.
I think we skied on like the first or second day of the lifts.
Yeah,
I think.
But you loved Lek.
It's just really charming. It's really you just feel quite special being there. It's not too busy. Some really, really lovely restaurant, and the skiing I just found really it's my style of skiing. It's
very relaxing, isn't it?
Very relaxing. It's not too strenuous.
it's so pretty there as well.
It's really pretty, yeah. And like I say, like some of our favourite chalets are there. So
where were you staying?
I was staying in it's called the Arula Chalets, which take a look. It's just one of the most remarkable properties.
Yeah.
Service is amazing, views are amazing. And we were hosting some agents there, and it was just it's certainly a perk of the job, and it was just an amazing few days. And then I bit of a change, then went over to Morzine and Avoriaz, so bit of a shift, very different resorts, but that was about 2 weeks later, and had some great skiing there as well, and some amazing chalets. So I've had two. I've still got to go out next month, but you guys have you guys been out?
Yeah.
I was in Courchevel for an industry event called Courchevel Live, which is 5 days of seeing 1,000 properties. I mean, not literally 1,000, but of course, there are lots of hotels, lots of chalets, and I think there was 200 travel agents there for the week. So it was It was really good fun, some really good opportunities to meet people from other cultures who learn more about how they ski and what they do and how they sell it, and then see some spectacular properties. I got shown around the Les Aurels Hotel. I got shown around the Barrière La Neige, and then some incredible chalets as well. I was lucky enough to be staying in one called Black Lodge, which is brand new for this winter. Stunning, most amazing spa, and it is probably one of the better located ones as well. It's so close to town. We didn't need to get the driver anywhere, and the pistes are there. So it was so good.
Did you get to ski?
We did get to ski.
Oh, good. Because otherwise it sounds really intense.
We did get, I mean, we did get to ski, and it was some of the best December conditions I've ever skied. It was cold, sunny, and the snow on the ground was perfect. I mean, Courchevel are great at preparing their pistes anyway.
Yeah, sure.
But they seem to have surpassed themselves this time around, and it was really quiet as well. So there was some really amazing skiing.
Top property
Top property in Courchevel
that you saw?
that I saw.
You're not allowed to say a hotel because Karen will get jealous.
I am
I missed out.
big fan of Chalet Le 1550. It's down in Courchevel 1550, so it's a bit more removed from the craziness of 1850 and 1650. It's really cozy. It's been really well designed and laid out. There's loads of little living spaces. So if you've got a multi-generational group in there, you've got a games room for the children, you've got somewhere for the adults to have their early evening drinks, and you've also got somewhere for the grandparents to escape if they want to as well. And the service is amazing. I had a call with the manager this morning, actually. I had some guests in there last week, and the feedback was perfect. They said they couldn't have done anything better.
Excellent.
So it's a really, really good chalet.
Sounded like some good parties as well. Marcus came back with food poisoning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had that from alcohol as well.
Yeah,
Trust
I've
me,
had that
trust
from
me, it
ski
was-
holidays.
Yeah.
I
Too many truffles.
I wish it were.
Yeah.
I
Truffle
wish it was
and
food.
gold-plated food.
I wish it was alcohol poisoning.
So Karen, where have you?
I went out to Italy, which is we're getting requested more properties in Italy than ever, I think. So I was lucky enough to stay at the Gardena Grodnerhof, which is a beautiful family-owned 5-star in Ortezay, which is in Val Gardena. I hadn't really skied that area before, so you can ski the Sella Ronda. So we did that on one day, and it was just amazing. The skiing was incredible, and I think almost one of my favourite ski areas now from just being there a few days. There was beautifully groomed slopes, all tree-lined, really nice cruisy runs, all really well interconnected, heated chairlift, which for those in the office, I'm always cold. So sitting on a heated chairlift was great.
Getting off it wasn't so great.
No, I didn't want to get off.
What was the ski area?
So you can ski the whole Sella Ronda.
Oh,
It's in
yeah.
Val
Yeah,
Gardena.
yeah, yeah.
Dolomiti super
Yeah,
ski,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
The wider
So,
area.
The
Really,
lift
really good.
The lift infrastructure in the Dolomites, though, I've heard is amazing.
Yeah. No, it was brilliant. And the hotel itself, it's family owned. They've just got a brand new spa that they only opened in June or July last year. So over 3 levels. So the facilities there and the food was just incredible. We ate it. They've got a Michelin star restaurant, and the private dining room, and incredible food, incredible Italian wine. So you just can't go wrong in Italy with the food.
Did you ski the Sella Ronda circuit?
We did, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
So we did that on one day.
How long does it take you?
We sort of spread it out because we obviously stopped for a nice lunch.
Yeah, but it's a full day thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a full day thing.
And you can go both directions at her.
Yeah, we went clockwise.
Clockwise. Because one I've heard is better for skiers and one's better for boarders. Something to do with
Done that. We had
dragging
a ski
yourself,
guide,
yeah.
and they
Did
seemed
the
to know
proper
what they
one.
were doing,
Yeah.
and she
You did the
knew the
proper
good, good restaurant stops and the good place stops.
Sounds like everyone had a terrible time then.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
yeah.
Rough.
Clients,
most of
we
the
do
seasons
actually do some work as well. We don't just swan around the Alps.
But Italy's getting more and more popular, isn't it? From
It
the
is.
chalet front. I mean, when I started here, there was only really a handful of chalets
3 or 4.
we offered, really, wasn't there? And then Marcus and I had a very, very difficult task of
Yeah, it's horrible.
travelling out to Italy one summer for about a week, wasn't it?
It was
I
a
think we
week.
said we needed a week. And we flew out to Venice and basically drove from Venice all the way up through the Dolomites and then all the way across Italy, finishing off in Cervinia and then flying out of, was it Milan?
Turin.
Turin.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
Well, one of them. Yeah.
And it was to just, find more chalets because we were getting more and more people ask about them. And it was a great trip, apart from our luggage got lost. So Marcus and I basically just had our...
We didn't. Our bags
set of clothes
got
for a
returned to us after we got home.
Oh, that's it. They
which
didn't
was
get
funny,
lost. They
wasn't
just
it?
didn't arrive.
They
did
didn't arrive.
That's it,
Yeah, no, they. Yeah, which was
So
fun.
it even happens to the pros.
It does.
Well, exactly.
There we go.
Yeah.
But our kit was basically a collection of chalet uniforms that were collected throughout the week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you swagged your way through the holiday.
Pretty much. I'm still wearing
Sorry,
one
I
of the
said
coats.
holiday.
I'm still
Through
wearing one of the coats, actually. And then our bags did arrive. Our bags did make it out to Venice, but by that point we were in Turin.
Yeah.
So Italy's on the rise, obviously.
But
Aside from the luggage
apart
issues.
from the luggage issues, yeah.
I found it a much more authentic experience than that you get anywhere else. France is great for your big ski areas, your wonderful interconnected lift systems, and it's all very commercial and set up, and it's all great. But Italy is so much more chilled. Everyone's more relaxed. It's quieter, and I don't know. I felt like more tradition amongst the chalets, and a bit more. They're all run by locals. Like all the chalets we visited.
Similar with the hotels, a lot
Yeah.
family owned, so you get that sort of
Yeah.
personal touch.
Like when we visited, every chalet we visited was run by a private individual rather than a mass market. Well, not mass market, but rather than an operating company. They were all run by the people that built them, which gives you a much
Not the builders.
Really? In one case, yeah, the
Wow.
properties in Cortina. Francesco, the owner, he built them with his own bare hands.
Brick by brick, he said.
And then there was, what was it? The what's that one you have to get to using a tank?
Cheza
del Louf in Araba.
We broke our hire car.
Trying to get to it. But it's in the middle of nowhere. The guy again built it during COVID. And he had the what was it, the award of the only open ski lift during COVID, because he's got his own little private drag lift on his own land, so he can go up and down.
I was going to say no one else was allowed to use it, but he
No,
had it.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Excellent.
But I mean, even things like that, like you just don't get chalets like that in other places, because it was so isolated and so remote, but so charming. Like you really felt like, I mean, we were there in the summer. I bet it would be absolutely incredible in the winter as well when you're surrounded by snow. And it really felt authentic. It's the only word to describe it.
I think it's spot on. I think the slight differences, or one of the main differences, is when you're booking a catered, luxury chalet in Italy, is often a bit more about the experience rather than just booking a very nice chalet that happens to be ski in, ski out, that gives you great access to this ski area or is within walking distance of this. If you're booking a chalet in Italy, you're booking it because it probably is more authentic. You're booking it because of the experience of staying where it is. And the service it offers. Italy, traveling to Italy on your ski holiday is much more about an entire experience rather than one singular purpose.
It's less of a go to the chalet, ski, come home, sleep, repeat.
Yeah.
More of a at San Lorenzo Lodge you can go wood chopping, or you can go milk the goats.
Oh, milk the
can't
goats.
you?
Yeah.
So there's a lot more extracurricular activities off the piste that you can do, and I don't know. I love the Italians. They're very friendly, very welcoming. The hospitality is excellent.
Amazing Italian food as well. You just can't beat Italian food, Italian wine.
Yeah.
And I mean, on the hotel side, we've got some really exciting new properties opening as well in Italy. So the Rosa Alpina, which is one of a really iconic hotel out there, was bought by the Aman Group, which you guys probably everyone's heard of, and that's due to open this summer. So we're really looking forward to seeing that. That's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And also with the Olympics in Italy next year, so in Cortina.
Yeah, there's a lot of focus, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot more focus, and it's drawing a lot more attention to Italy, I think, as well as a ski destination. And you've got things like the Mandarin Oriental opening in Cortina next
I was going
year.
to say the appeal has to also be driven by the fact there's a lot of property going up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
There's some great
availability is like it didn't used to be with the level of property that is also there. Like I remember when La Fenice opened in Cervinia, and that was just like a whole new class. And now everything is stepping up that way to compete with the bigger resorts now.
That brought its chalets in Italy into a total new level. That chalet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Well, we're now turning this into an Italy-focused podcast.
I mean,
Which, you know, it
We're
could
getting
well
a
be.
bit
And
carried
away.
there's good reason.
You should record one of these at Cortina during the Olympics. I think that'd be pretty cool. Get some famous athletes.
I'm sure they'd love to join us.
I think so.
Absolutely. So, aside from what we're seeing in Italy, with it becoming more popular, I know, Tim, we've spoken before when you were talking to Rupert on a previous podcast, there are definite nuances and changes in what people are looking for now, whether that's in property type, holiday type, service level. What we're seeing now, we're further into this season, because that was quite early this season. Have we seen the trends continue for what people are now looking for?
100%. I think main change we've seen on chalets is people are certainly moving away from the fully fledged catered service level. A lot more people, they want a long lunch, or they just don't want as much food. People are more health conscious. Everyone's more interested in the sustainability aspects of what having a 6-course tasting menu every night looks like. So we have seen a demand for a more catered light service, which is growing, and a lot more chalets are cottoning onto it and picking up that trend. And I'd say it's becoming very, very popular, and it's selling very well at the moment.
I think, it's that flexibility that I think we spoke about. Flexibility in service is definitely key, like Mark was saying, but they want the luxury, they want to be looked after. Like, you know, it is a holiday, they want maybe even breakfast included, but as Mark said, maybe don't need every night catered, just maybe a smaller selection. I would say that's one of the main things from the chalet side.
Yeah.
And I think it does link into the hotels as well. I mean, certainly over the last few years, we've really seen a lot of hotels that historically only did half board, particularly Courchevel, Valdes. You know, there was no option to do breakfast only, and now hotels are changing, and a lot of them are now only doing breakfast, and you actually can't book half board anymore. And that's just as a result, you know, similar to what you're seeing with chalets, that people might be going out for a big long lunch on the mountain, and they want to come back and then maybe just go for a pizza, or have a lighter dinner rather than a fixed, you know, menu. And there's so many amazing restaurants as well that people want that flexibility to dine out and try different places, and that's all part of being in resort.
I was going to say there's something about leaving the property, isn't there, to go and do something in the evening. Otherwise, you can feel, I don't want to say trapped,
and the
but
variety as well. There's so many different cuisines available in most resorts
Yeah.
now. It isn't only fondue, raclette, pizza.
yeah.
Japanese,
Japanese
are
sushi.
popular,
You can
aren't
have
they?
you can have Japanese,
Yeah.
Thai. The Peruvian in the K2 properties, for example. There's so much choice to be able to go out and try all those different restaurants. It's certainly a huge advantage.
And I'm guessing, I know that there's a lot of differences between our UK clients and those that are further afield. US clients, I assume, are still looking for that high-end catered opportunity.
They are, but I guess it's actually maybe the US clients that we have to inform about the catered package a bit more, because you don't really get catered chalets in the US as far as I know, you know, as much as you do here. So it is in a way a new product to them, but they love it, and I think it's because they haven't quite experienced it. So you'll get an inquiry from the US. They go, "Sorry, how does the food work? Do we have to, you know?" And it's like, no, that's included, and the drink and stuff. So that package, it is a relatively new thing for them, which is amazing, because obviously, as Mark was saying, maybe the UK client base, who've been used to it since the 80s, are starting to move a little bit in a different direction. But that gap is fortunately being filled by maybe other markets who are just trying it for the first time and think it's great. And, you know, it makes sense, because if you're traveling 10, 15 hours on a flight, you know, you're really investing in it as a holiday. And so you want to be completely looked after and catered for. So I think maybe that's got to do with it a little bit.
Yeah.
But more and more US clients are coming to ski in Europe because it's very, skiing is a very expensive thing in general, but it's cheaper. It's just fact.
The value proposition
for the
much
cost
better.
of a 1 week ski pass in some US places, you've got a family ski pass, or you probably book accommodation for a week.
I think the cost of a lift pass for a week in the Three Valleys is not that far off the cost of a day pass in Aspen.
Yeah.
And the cost of instructors as well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there's the flight aspect, and also it's just trying new ski areas, isn't it? And I think they're often quite amazed by if you're going to the Three Valleys for the first time, and you've been told how big it is, you don't really believe it until you've seen it. And I've been going to the Three Valleys since I was 4, and every time I go, I'm like, I cannot get my head around how much skiing there is on your doorstep here. So I think that's just a huge attraction as well, isn't it?
And I guess next to those, service levels, there's then the amenities that come with everything. Every property is trying to now step up what it's got. If you haven't got a hammam, a hot tub, a sauna, maybe a bowling alley just to keep things interesting, you're not on the list. Like, what is it that clients are now really looking for? Where are those demands? Both in hotels, because hotel amenities are stepping up and elevating themselves, but chalets as well.
Well, kind of earring back to what we were saying about Italy, people are the trend seems to be that it's more about the general experience and only the skiing. So perhaps people won't ski every day. They won't want to go up on the mountain, so they will want something in their hotel or in their chalet to keep them occupied. So a spa or massage, there's treatment rooms are becoming a staple in most properties now, or even yoga or Pilates instructors coming in. There's something different to do that is not skiing. There's so much availability for these services, and it's going down really, really well.
I think it's spot on. It's wellness, isn't it? Because if you're building a chalet in this day and age, you're building it probably for all year round use. And the type of clients you're going to get in the summer are probably wellness clients or sports clients or things like that, who want to be active and, like you said, want to do Pilates on the terrace and that sort of thing. So it's crucial if you're building a chalet to have those facilities. I remember when I started here, the main thing you got every day was, my main requirement is ski and ski out. Fortunately,
or a hot tub.
Fortunately, ski and ski out is not as requested anymore, because people have sort of realised that actually the holiday isn't predominantly about jumping on the skis as much anymore. It's about the experience. It's about having a nice time in the chalet. It's about having those facilities, which often or not might not be in a ski chalet, because that was built 15 years ago, perhaps. And people, like Marcus was saying, are much more about wellness as well. So, the requests we get are usually, is there a pool? Is there some sort of treatment area? Is there a spa? That's the main thing from the chalet
and
side.
Gyms,
and gym, who goes to the gym on a ski holiday?
But a lot of people do. And the hotels are definitely sort of upping their game in terms of what facilities they've got. The spas are constantly getting renovated and new treatments. Some of the children's rooms, a few of the hotels have had completely renovated new children's facilities. I mean, I think half of us adults could spend a day in there and be quite happy with all the simulators and all the games. And
which hotel do you think has like the most incredible
the K2 in Courchevel have just
redone the whole thing.
Just redone the whole thing.
Yeah,
okay. It's probably like an amusement park, I imagine.
Yeah, be incredible. But there's quite a lot of hotels that have just got phenomenal kids clubs, and just great facilities. And hotels can cater for anything. We had a request the other day. A client wanted some oxygen, providing to help with the altitude.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
Concierge can just help arrange that. So 10 years ago you would never even thought of it.
Amazing.
But it's something that I know has come a little bit from the States, because Aspen, it's quite common to buy cans of oxygen and things, and so clients are looking for it.
In Breckenridge, they have oxygen bars, don't they? You can go and
it is really high.
Shug on some oxygen, but Breckenridge, the resort height, is the same height as the Matterhorn, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Breckenridge is like 3,000.
I did a ski season there, and it is really high.
Yeah.
Literally, you notice the altitude. You're trying to I remember going swimming on a day off and thinking, oh, that's easy, I can swim up and down there. And I think I've managed half a length and nearly drowned.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you're underwater, it's the same feeling, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's just the breathing bit was the
Can't
problem. It does hit you, but it affects different people different ways, altitude, doesn't it?
And I think it is great that there is that whole experience thing, because I think the Alps are a wonderful place to be, and I think we forget that there's more than the ski lifts and the ski runs. So much of the time, it's just a great place to be, summer or winter. Yeah. A lot of different stuff going on, which kind of brings me to the final point for you guys for this podcast. You're leaving skiing, you're going skiing tomorrow. Where are you going?
Ooh.
Oh, that's such a tricky one. I
thought you were dropping us with a massively
No, I'm not sending you skiing.
great surprise then. I was like, amazing.
There's so many different properties and different resorts that you'd go to for, depending on who you're going with or what you're doing. One of my favourites is like the Barrière La Neige in Courchevel. It's something really incredible. And if I was going away, maybe something a little bit more relaxed, going back to Italy, I think the Gardena Grodnerhof I went to earlier this year is now one of my firm favourites, just because it was such great food and such a great ski area. But yeah, it's hard to narrow down a exact favourite.
I didn't say it was going to be easy.
I've got so many.
I've got my
so
trip.
many.
Have you got a holiday booked yet?
No. I'm not.
I've got mine booked already. So that's to Saint Martin and Belleville. Saint Martin de Belleville in Three Valleys in France. Very charming, lovely town. And so it would be France.
Definitely one of your favourites.
I absolutely love it. Well, the chalet team love it. We love Saint Martin. But so it wouldn't be France. But I think I don't know. I think actually, like you were saying, I've convinced myself to go back to Italy after the conversation we had at the start. I've not been skiing there for a long time. I used to go a lot with my family to the Dolomites, so it'd be great to go back. Obviously, we went in the summer, so didn't sort of get to enjoy the ski side of it. So yeah, I'd love to. I'll go to the Dolomites and just experience everything we were talking about, and show my partner there as well, because it is. I mean, it's just stunning as well. It's one of the most beautiful ski areas. So even if, like you were saying, if you don't ski, it's such an amazing place to go to, because there's so much more to do as well.
You going to Italy as well then?
No,
okay.
I'm off to Lech.
Okay.
I love skiing in Austria. I love the Austrians. They are incredibly hospitable, probably the most hospitable in Europe, I'd say, actually, the Austrians. They're so welcoming. Lech's got the most, as you were saying earlier, the most amazing ski area. And then you've also got St. Anton, which you can get to as well. So, I mean, Lech's probably more cruisy, easy-going skiing, which I'm all for. But then sometimes you do want a bit of a blast around, and you can nip over to St. Anton, which has got some more challenging skiing.
And some great après.
And some great après ski. I'm not so much into that anymore, but...
Age takes its toll.
It does, It really does.
No more dancing on table.
Not for me, thank you. No.
He says that.
And then there's some incredible. If I had the opportunity, some of the properties in Lech are so incredible. I mean, I love the Arula Chalets, probably my favourite that we are on our portfolio. But then also there's the Barn and Chalet 1551. They're all very cosy and lovely, and kind of what you imagine going back to lovely cozy alpine property is, but then they've also got the spa facilities of a hotel.
Nice.
Although, do you know what I didn't think I'm desperate to go to? And we did a summer trip there, Kitzbühel.
Yeah,
I've never skied Kitzbühel.
Yeah, me too.
And
yeah,
a lot of the chalets we work with there are sort of more off book, but we saw some of the most incredible chalets.
Yeah.
And it's such a
Kitzbühel's like
gorgeous
Lech,
town, isn't it?
Bit bigger.
Yeah.
Slightly bigger Lech.
I think you're right. Yeah, and certainly a bigger town. Oh, yeah, bigger town.
Bigger village.
It's got a sort of really. It's got a car-free old town, old centre. I think, hasn't it? It's very charming. A lot of the chalets are a bit sort of dispersed in the countryside. So if you're after something a bit more calm and a bit more remote, it's perfect. But wow, some of the chalets there are incredible.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
But I'd love to know a bit more about the skiing.
So really, you can't decide where you're going.
Yeah,
we all want to go everywhere.
You all want to go
don't we?
everywhere, which is fine.
There's so many other, there's places like Arosa in Switzerland. I've
I
never
don't
skied
know
that
it,
area,
yeah.
and it's supposed to be incredible. So I'd love to go there. And Crans-Montana is one that is just not quite as well known for the UK market, but we've got some great hotels out there, like the Cron Ambassador. That just
Always somewhere new to go.
yeah, there's always
That's the key,
somewhere to
always
go
somewhere
that we
new to
haven't
go.
been.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. I think that's been an insightful half an hour.
Where are you going?
Yeah, where's...
I'm not allowed to go anywhere. I have to sit in the office.
oh, okay, cool.
That's
Yeah.
a shame.
If I had to go anywhere, I would love to go to La Fenice in
Oh,
Slovenia.
really?
I just, there's something about it, the where it sits above the town,
Yeah.
the offering it has, position. I've never skied Italy either.
It is amazing.
And apparently it's
stayed
this
there.
place to go, so I've got to go now.
We see it there. It's very cool.
Yeah.
There was a moment we were in the hot tub and you sort of turn and like the Matterhorn,
the Matterhorn's
is
there.
and
Like,
you're
oh,
just like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
'Cause it, like you said, it's located high above the resort.
Well, you can only get to it in a Land Rover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's which they have.
Other 4x4s are available.
Yeah. But and what's amazing about that is staying in such an amazing luxury. But Cervinia itself is really down to earth. Like, it's not full of Michelin restaurants and crazy shops yet. Yeah, but it's just
up and coming place.
It's I mean, if you go, if you really want lots of crazy nightlife and stuff, it's not really for you. But if you like authentic Italian restaurants and just good pizza and good skiing and snowshore as well, it's pretty snowshore. Then it's a great resort for that. Fenice, wow.
Yeah.
We're back to Italy, aren't we?
We
We've
are.
gone round a
We're
big
back to
circle.
Italy.
Sorry,
Yeah,
this is now
absolutely.
titled the Italian
Italy
edition.
Pod.
Yes.
I think.
The Italy pod.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks so much, guys. We're all off to Zermatt at the end of the season,
Yeah.
which is going to be exciting. And maybe an excuse to just head over the other side to Italy, which we
Yep.
may have mentioned
Yeah.
once today. So,
Yeah. Did I see you can ski to Italy from?
I've
Did you
heard
know
can.
that?
Yeah. Might
I'll take
happen.
you to La Fenice for a day.
Thanks, Tim.
Pleasure.
Thanks, guys, for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the pod. We'll be back again very soon with the next edition. Take care. Catch you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.